The sunrise, the dark skies like an eclipse. How far the world slipped to be a bliss. We modern day prophets, the system got a glitch. I thank the most high, my weakness turned to strength. But these burdens are heavy, we got our crosses to carry. Trying to see it from all angles, just like kaleidoscopes. Life just be too real that I don't know how to joke. My people be running wild, so aggressive is my approach. Doctrines of devils, tossing people like to and fro. Your pastor don't want to smoke. These scriptures go blow for blow. My Hebrews go toe to toe. We waking our people up. The truth hit hard, so it's shaking the people up. Strangers give evil lies. Wisdom make faces shine. I'm bolder than cap letters, but smoother than black leather. One love to my ancestors, but it's time we demand better. One love to my ancestors, but it's time we demand better. We taking over, we taking over, we taking over, taking over, we taking over. Yeah, look at what the world's coming to. Yeah, just look at what the world is coming to. Yeah, we taking over, we taking over, we taking over, we taking over. Yeah, just look at what the world's coming to. Just look at what the world's coming to. Too many bloodthirsty merchants lurking while we searching. They doing witchcraft, but this armor ain't for piercing. My sword is for wielding. Slice through a body, I can slice through a building. Style with the substance on the path to justice. But these scornful men bring the city to a snare. I bring it to your door before you caught up in the web. That means the streets is a trap. Better use your head. You better use your head. Swimming with the sharks, you might lose your head. Arms, neck, and legs. We got a long way to go to resurrecting the dead. It's a call for unity, Messianic believers. I mean the dark-skinned redeemer. I ain't talking about Caesar. We remember our brother. We ain't got no amnesia. That's from Genesis to Revelations. We in the volumes, riding on white stallions. 144,000. We taking over, taking over. We taking over, taking over. We taking over. Yeah. Just look at what the world's coming to. Just look at what the world's coming to. We taking over, taking over. We taking over, taking over. We taking over. Yeah. Just look at what the world's coming to. Just look at what the world's coming to. Yeah. Truth be gotten by hard work, putting the higher first. Creator of all things, colossal this universe. We not in the minor leagues. My city is under siege, not caught up in drama. That's just what that folly brings. Dodging them harlots, man, keep them charlatans away from me. Lust is the devil's tea, won't burn till you take a sip. Temptation is all around. Get a grip and try not to slip. I'm feeling so much better that I'm making the right choices, listening to the right voices. Too many elders just sitting on their high horses, like they don't need reinforcement. Yeah, it's all pride to the side. Either we ride or collide, do or we die, stand firm or we slide. Yes, and take a word from the wise. Stay humble, cause your pride will lead to your demise. And that's real. We taking over, we taking over, taking over, taking over, we taking over. Yeah, just look at what the world is coming to. Just look at what the world's coming to. We taking over, we taking over, taking over, taking over, we taking over. Yeah, just look at what the world's coming to. Just look at what the world's coming to.
Just look at what the world's coming to. Yes. All praises to the Most High God of Israel. And yes, indeed, we are taking over. We're taking over. All praises, all praises. I'm glad y'all catching another broadcast. As you tap in, make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way in. All honor and glory goes to the God of Israel. I see fitness information in here. Lisa's in the house. D. Fione Mays, thank you for the $20 contribution. Says, the more knowledge I obtain, the less I care to utter except with like minds. I can definitely appreciate that. And I feel you on that. It feels good to come together with like minds. And that's why I decided to do this particular broadcast, because while the world is out there shooting fireworks into the sky, you know, basically trying to blast at the Most High, because that's what it is. Everything has an origin. On the 4th of July, Independence Day, and on New Year's Eve, quote unquote New Year's Eve, they like to blast bombs into the sky as if they can combat the Creator himself. Isn't mankind foolish? But it feels good to refrain from the lost. And I'm not necessarily trying to condemn everybody who's lost, but, you know, it feels good to get around like-minded people instead of being out there with the drunkards or being out there with those who really don't want to understand what's going on and believe everything that the Romans tell them to believe. It's good that we can come together on these days when we often feel isolated, because friends and family don't seem to want to understand what's really going on here. But it feels good. It feels great. You, Redman said, you've definitely been helping me, brother, a lot. I didn't know. Now, listening to you, keep up the great work. You definitely opened my eyes to a lot of things. Absolutely. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thanks for the support. And brothers and sisters, if you can, y'all could just get the thumbs up on the way in. Allow the video to spread. We are simulcasting. We streaming from 2 platforms right now. We on New Breed Music and Motivation, where you can find that song I just played. That's from myself. It's called We Taking Over. We streaming from both platforms. So let's make sure the notification is able to get out. We want everybody who would like to tap in this evening to be able to get their opportunity. Now, I put New Year's in quotations for a reason. A lot of y'all, or some of y'all maybe, may already know that the new year does not fall on January 1st. The Bible tells us that the Gentiles would attempt to change times, dates, so on and so forth. They would attempt to change our calendars, and they will go under a Gregorian calendar. And this started with Julius Caesar back in 2000 BCE, where he labeled New Year's being January 1st. But if you go into the scriptures, it tells you time and time again that first fruits, right around March time, when spring comes, when there's new life, new vegetation, new plants, when animals are reproducing, when seeds begin to spring forth life during the spring, is actually the new year. And that makes total sense. Of course, the Bible is going to make sense, and man is not going to make sense. All right. So I'm letting it be known that, of course, we know, people who are in the know and understanding, we get it. This is not a new year. It makes no sense to have a new year in January. Matter of fact, the Chinese have it right. The Chinese have it correct. They know what it is. But all in all, we still are going to talk about some things. We're going to talk about resolutions, because at the end of the day, brothers and sisters, we still under the Gentiles' rulership. The time of the Gentile has not expired. So with that being said, it is what it is. The world is moving how it's moving. And so, you know, we don't want to be so religious that we're no earthly good. It's okay to know something without making it overbearing. All right. It's okay to know something, educate the people on it, but still, you know, you living in this world, it's still the time of the Gentiles. We know that March is the new year. All right. Now we're going to talk about resolutions, and that's for the chosen. I'm going to give some words of encouragement, and I'm going to give my 2022 predictions. And some of my predictions is going to catch y'all off guard of what I see happening, just based on foresight. based on seeing what's going on in the world, uh, some of my predictions may be unexpected, but I'm gonna share them regardless. And then after I do these encouraging words, after I share with y'all some resolutions that we can have as the chosen moving forward and gradually becoming better people and becoming closer to the Most High and enduring, most importantly, enduring the isolation, enduring the separation from friends, family, colleagues, and associates, enduring the tumultuous battles that we face day in and day out in our walk of life, just being set apart. That's going to be very important tonight. We got to definitely build on that. But after that, I'll go ahead and I'm going to allow people to come in and we'll just build with each other, iron sharpening iron. And we can bring in the so-called new year, quotations, we can bring it in together. So that's the goal for this evening. That is the goal. Now, first and foremost, brothers and sisters, we got to stay encouraged. We got to stay encouraged. There's a lot of things that we got to change coming amongst this year. You know, I really put some thought into what I wanted to say to y'all. And one thing I could just feel, there's a shift going on with the chosen. And you know, we really got to get out our comfort zone. This year right now is about getting out of our comfort zone. That's right. We're in the ascension phase. We're in the phase in which we have to actually gear our focus to being uncomfortable. Being comfortable in this day and age is dangerous. It's dangerous right now. When you look at what society is doing purposely, when you look at what they're doing, it's all about making one stagnant. It's all about making someone lethargic. It's all about putting an individual in a standstill. And they want to do that. They want to stop our culpability. They want to stop us from mobilizing. But this here is the year where we must ascend. This is the year where we must mobilize. This is the year we must organize. This is the year where we must gravitate towards the like-minded. Without excuse, we must show a level of fearlessness. We must be able to build with each other and grow together. We really must put God's moral laws into place this year. Morality, civil laws. We got to really hone in on those civil laws. I'm talking about just common respect. Learning the very basics and building with each other. Courtesy, dealing with each other with decorum. Lifting each other up, getting that spirit of jealousy out of us, getting that spirit of hate. We really got to begin to get out of our comfort zone. A lot of us have been dealing with people of the world and we have been hurt beyond a lot of people's comprehension. We've been pushed into a corner and we have been forced to live the loner life. And it has its ups and it has its downs. And still, of course, standing alone is very important in this day and age, because if you're able to stand alone, you become an addition to whoever you build with and not a hindrance. Just like you see people get into relationships thinking that somebody can fix them. No, you have to fix yourself. You have to build a relationship with the Heavenly Father. You believe in somebody can fix you, and really, you're just basically getting into toxic relationships because two broke people can't fix anybody. So loner life can be very beautiful. Loner life can give you a lot of downloads and a lot of information right from the Creator and help you grow. But at the same time, we got to be able to get out of our comfort zone. We got to be able to move like water, from the infamous words of Bruce Lee. And we got to be able to ascend, building positive relationships and connections. Very important this year. That's one thing I really want to say to encourage the people, because when you've been through certain things with people, it's very, very, very difficult to broaden your horizons and really see things differently. You know, you get a bit closed off when people have hurt you. I'm talking about where people have really tested your patience, and people have betrayed you. These are some emotions that's very difficult to get over. And I don't expect anybody to forget what has happened to you. But this year, you got to have discernment moving forward. Not being cold-hearted and callous like the rest of the world, but being wise. Having righteous discretion and being able to build with individuals you know that are like-minded. AR, thank you for the $5 contribution. AR says, if 2021 taught me anything, is that there's a difference between being lonely and being alone. Familiarity breeds contempt. Absolutely, AR. That's a fact. Real talk. And for some of y'all going to have to take that Damascus road and get to yourself. Stop allowing your energy to be fragmented. Get to yourself and figure out who you are. What do you want in life? All right? And get to know thyself. Now, yep, somebody said they might be waxing cold. We just starting to heat up. That's a fact, Sacred G. I like that. Now, what we talking about in this particular broadcast is some of my, and that's just some words of encouragement, but I want to talk about some of my predictions for 2022. Oh, man, and I want this chat to be nothing short of interactive. Somebody said self-improvement is the answer. Facts. Somebody said fireworks equals Roman candles. No thanks. Yep, somebody said take the leap of faith and build that business. Absolutely. Invest in yourself. This year, we're going to have to start really investing in our interests, supporting our brothers and sisters, supporting those who have our best interests at heart. Somebody said, I think our president isn't going to make it past 2022. Ooh, that might be one of my predictions as well. Man, there's a lot going on. All right, let's start talking about some of these predictions. Ooh, somebody said mandatory prediction number 1. This is not mine. This is what Natalie Loves All says. She said mandatory, you know what. Listen, mandatory is the key word. Mandatory. Man can make anything mandatory all he want. But who has control over us? Man or the Most High? So they could use that word all they want. The Most High God has to say so on what you put in your body. You have to say so. If you believe in the Most High, you know you have to say so. So ain't no such thing as mandatory. Even if you may lose certain perks in society, even if you have to walk alone, you may lose a job, lose friends, lose family, but you have a choice. You always have a choice. My first prediction is that I believe that prostitution is going to be legal in all 50 states. Yeah, not just Vegas, not just Vegas. If you just look at what's going on in society, by the end of year 2022, before the end of it, what they call sex work is really going to be something that is really highly pushed out here. In fact, to a degree, it already is quote unquote legal. Ain't nobody getting locked up for that anymore. Now, the reason why I point that out, I know they're like, that's something strange that you that you pointed to there, Bree. Well, see, the times that we living in, and you're looking at a fourth economic revolution. You're looking at a collapse in the system, and you're looking at a great reset. So you're going to have a lot of people out there who are going to be in the field of sex work. This is going to be like a big deal. Like you're going to look forward to a lot more songs. They may come out with a new app that's trending where it's just straight up people selling themselves right on them apps, and it's going down like that. Seriously. That's one of my predictions. I mean, seriously, when you look at what's going on out here, it's not too far-fetched whatsoever. Somebody said everything that is wrong will be called right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oscar said that's already happening. Yeah, but it's not quote unquote legal yet. But there's going to be some legal parameters put on this thing. And there's going to be a lot more conversations about sex workers having rights. That's something else that's something that we're going to be seeing being brought forth this year. That's one of my predictions. That's one of my predictions. Far as Joe Biden remaining president. See, here's my thing. I'm very interested to see how they're going to recalibrate or reinvent the wheel when it comes to Marxism and it comes to communism, the way they did in 2019 when George Floyd caught a knee in his neck. They're going to have to reignite that spirit of order out of chaos. They're going to have to reignite that this year. I'm curious to see how they're going to do it. And in all eyes, if I was just to predict, I would truly say that they're going to use Kamala Harris. They're going to use Kamala Harris being outraged about something. And of course, it's going to be something that happens within the confines of the Black community that's going to put people in outrage, spin people out of control in order for them to have that order out of control. Because the Marxist agenda is big, and they're not going to just let it go. Masha Mac, thank you for the $20 contribution. Says, been listening to you for some time and learning a lot. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it, sis. And if you can remember, if you can remember properly, when Biden got elected, they had Kamala Harris wearing the whole Mockingbird thing, the Mockingbird thing from Hunger Games. And everybody knows that Candace Aberdeen on the Mockingbird, she sprawled the revolution. So we talking about the first Black woman, the first woman, and being a quote unquote Black woman, being a president, being outraged. See, the public don't trust Tamika Mallory anymore. BLM is not going to be able to do it. They done got rich and they done moved to a ritzy conclave. They done moved to ritzy conclaves out there in the hills. They done bought mansions. BLM stands for by and large mansions. So they're going to need somebody to reignite or respin that wheel of Marxism and communism. So you can look forward to something happening. 9 times out of 10, Kamala Harris is going to turn this thing to the damn Hunger Games. Somebody said, isn't a race war anymore. They want our women against the Hebrew men. Oh, yeah. The battle of the sexes is actually growing as well. Big time. Somebody said, there's a talk about a newer blank being released on people who took the blank. Hey, you can expect a lot more situations where the CDC, along with mainstream media, are going to be able to put out a lot of, how can I say this? How do I want to word this? You're going to have them putting out a lot of propaganda. when it comes to everything that's taking place. And they're going to make sure people are not able to point a finger at what is the cause to everything, because they're going to throw so much at us at one time. Somebody said, I'm going to do one shot right now with you. Happy New Year. Stay safe. All right. All right. Somebody said, I don't think those blanks will ever quit. No, they not. Somebody said, yes, especially those supposed to be called family. Bless this new breed. Being alone helped me grow closer to Christ. Freeing to alone a lot now. That's what's up. But it's going to be a very prosperous year for the chosen. It's going to be a very prosperous year for us. Although things are going to get very perplexing, we're not going to be shaken in the spirit, because it's like we're at a point in time where we're watching this thing like a movie. We have came to grips to what's taking place, and we are willing to stand on the side of righteousness no matter what comes our way. So we're just going to be sitting back watching. True Love, thank you for the $20 contribution. Says, Shalom, King New Breed. I appreciate you, and your messages are always on time. Thank you so much. I love you always. Thank you, sister. I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting this work. His Will is Real says, hey, you ever played chess with somebody that just be moving pieces, hoping to win? That's what the heathen is doing. Yeah, they just moving pieces around the board, and the Most High God is going to be yelling checkmate. These people really don't have no control. They're going to be throwing a lot of things at us to see if it sticks. Another prediction I got. Another prediction is a pending energy crisis. Energy crisis, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming. Now, the energy crisis that 2022 is going to present for us, and this is probably one of my predictions where I'm very sure it's going to happen. And you'll be able to watch this on playback and be like, wow, New Breed said an energy crisis was going to come. See, this is the thing, brothers and sisters. They have been doing a lot of mining for rich minerals all over various lands. And there's a shortage. They have pillaged many tribal areas. And when I say tribal areas, I mean our people. And they have tilled the soil, and they have been going hard. They have been going hard and getting these rich minerals. But the thing is, it's like this, brothers and sisters. With cell phones, with all these fiber optics, with everything that's taking place, with all these technological advances and all these mega maniacal rich weirdos who are taking all this money and resources and all of this plutonium, and they're spending all this money flying into space, at least attempting to, getting on rocket ships. The plutonium is running low, the minerals are running low, the technology is pretty much like, for lack of better terms, is rotting the earth through its core. Even on the movie Don't Look Up, these people on the movie, knowing a comet is coming down that's like 10, 12 kilometers wide, this comet that's coming down about to destroy the world, they could have got rid of the comet, but these individuals wanted to, they did their research, sent their scientists up there and found out that the comet had rich minerals on it. Rich minerals that can advance technology. And see, this is what they're looking for. So it's going to be a whole campaign. It's going to be a whole campaign of, listen, we're having an energy crisis. We're not able to find these minerals. And you may see blackouts. You're going to see blackouts in different places. You may see you may see like a lot of Wi-Fi crashes going down in certain places. And I would not be surprised. I would even go out on a limb to say that this year, if not this year, next year, they're going to roll out 6G. They're going to what they're going to do is they're going to tell you, they're going to tell you that. Now, mark my words. They're going to tell you that with all of the energy crisis, the only way we can basically preserve our way of life is rolling out 6G. And when they roll out 6G, man, when they roll out 6G, it's going to be on another level. They're going to be running around with this number 6. They're going to spearhead a whole campaign around the 6. And the mark of the beast is like going to be so known. It's going to be like prevalent. And this is within the next couple years. But the way they're going to do it, the way they're going to speed it up is an energy crisis. Give me a cough drop. Excuse me. Ricola. I had to do it. Black Queen, thank you for the $10 contribution. My second live here. I really enjoy your videos and music. You're very talented. Keep up the good work. Thank you, sister. Thank you for supporting this work. I appreciate you. Somebody said 6G is already here, not worldwide, not on a global scale. Somebody said China workmen and 6G, USA 5G set up for 1522. That's not 1522, so it ain't here yet. But hey, I get what you're saying. You're saying they already got it in the making. Yep. Somebody said, New Breed, you got the coof. No, I know what you're trying to say. You was about to say, you know what? No, I don't. You know, there's a such thing as a common cold now. Although that I'm over the common cold. When I talk a lot, I get this little itchy feeling in my throat and it causes me to cough. But I actually feel pretty good. Somebody said, what does the Bible say about celebrating New Year's? The Bible doesn't say anything about celebrating New Year's because it's not even a real holiday. It's not in the Bible. It's not going to tell you specifically about New Year's. A lot of these holidays wasn't even around back then. But it'll tell you not to follow the traditions of men. And if you caught the stream earlier, you will know that I already broke down that January 1st is not the new year. Devon Adams, thank you for the $5 contribution. Brung Psalms 27:1. The Lord is my light, my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Who shall I be afraid? Absolutely. Thank you, brother. And like none of these things I'm telling you should fear, but when these things come to fruition, you should take it into consideration that the Bible is really directing us to what's going on, and we can find out what's going on. Thank you, Geraldo. He shares Jeremiah 10:2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be dismayed, not as the signs of the heavens, for the heathens are dismayed at them. Facts, though. And also tells you to stay away from the traditions of men. But you know what? I got a few more predictions. We're talking about an energy crisis. We're talking about legalized prostitution everywhere. It's just some of my predictions. We're talking about fuel shortages. We're talking about food shortages in certain areas. And it's much more. T Fly P, thank you for the $5 contributions as New Breed. I'm so glad you went live tonight. All praises to the Most High. Thank you. Appreciate that, T Fly. Osiah says shortage of food. Food prices so high, they make hard to afford. This is how they will gain control over the people. This is when most will take the market. Yep. You're going to see a lot more you're going to see a lot more efforts for the mark of the beast being rolled out. There's going to be a lot more intrusive technology. It's going to become normal where people are paying using digital currency. Digital currency is going to grow. We talk about continued inflation. I mean, these things are going to take place because it's prophesied. And I don't know if y'all see what's going on. And let's just talk about some of the signs of the times regarding the land actually mourning. We talking about the earth. Brothers and sisters, I don't know if y'all looking at the news right now, but Colorado had been hit with some of the most intense wildfires known to man right now. And listen, these wildfires are getting like real crazy. If you look at what's going on in the world with these wildfires, they've been getting worse year to years. There's going to have to be some sort of resolution. And also, brothers and sisters, let's pray for some of the brothers and sisters in Colorado, because I got some firsthand accounts earlier, and they're bad over there. I mean, they're real bad. So the earth itself is mourning. There's a lot of burning going on, a lot of fires going on. So that's something else to look out for this year. These damn wildfires, man. General Joshua David, thank you for the $5 contribution. Says New Breed, I had a prophetic dream in 2019. It didn't come true until March this year. It was about the pandemic, but God used you to remind me He is in charge. All praises to the Creator. All praises to the Almighty. C King 1, thank you for the $20 super sticker. I appreciate you. Yep, somebody said the Most High burning them out. Yeah, some of it is geoengineering, some of it is the HARP weather program, and some of it is the Most High is just burning these creeps out. Somebody said, I seen a video of one of those fires come across my feed earlier in the video. Yep. But I predict a lot taking place. We got Joe Biden giving full authority of the country to Kamala Harris. We're talking about her running with the Marxist agenda. I mean, I gave quite a few events. You can look for these people to stage some type of event where there's a huge shooting that takes place that really goes after the Second Amendment, our right to bear arms. You can expect these are things you can really expect this year. Man, they're gonna be very meticulous with it. But if this is anything like 2020 went, the moment where that ball drops, that's the moment where they're gonna start putting their foot on the pedal and getting things rolling. Somebody said how many tornadoes were in GA? There were a lot. There were a lot of warnings in my area. None of them hit over here, but I heard it was like 4 tornado warnings in different counties. I'm going to share the link in the chat so people can join. Go ahead and send the invite. Yeah, somebody says Sleepy Joe ain't going to make it. I don't think so either. He ain't got long at all. Sleepy Joe, that man be falling asleep at world conferences and everything. And as you can see, we simulcasting. So somebody said, "Don't chew candy, bro." This is actually a cough drop. And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I had to eat that cough drop. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm all snapping all in the microphone, and forgive me, brothers and sisters. Forgive me, forgive me. Victoria John, thank you for the $28 super sticker. Highly appreciate it. Highly appreciate it. Yeah, somebody said Sleepy Joe is damn near comatose. Seriously. I'll never forget when that reporter walked up to Joe Biden and they asked him something. He was like, "My butt has been wiped." I said, "Man, this man is done." He said, "My butt has been wiped." I'm like, "What is it? Come on, man." And I'm gonna tell you, these people, they be planning all in advance. They know what they're gonna do years in advance, bro. Man, we got a loaded queue. We're gonna start letting brothers and sisters in. Um, and we just gonna build, man. We just gonna build. You can give your words of advice, help out God's chosen. You know, we've been isolated from a lot of people following the traditions of man and the rudiments of man, and you know, we being set apart. So this is a family gathering. You can also give in some of your predictions from what you're seeing. 2022 will be a weird year from what I'm looking at. It's going to be very, very interesting. I mean, everything from the metaverse getting a full swing and getting fully put in rotation, where they actually perfect the technology. Oh, here's another prediction before I let people in. I know y'all patiently waiting. There's another prediction I got. I believe that they're going to take this separation thing between man and woman. I actually talked about this briefly in my a couple of my previous broadcasts ago about how they're going to be rolling out some things to keep man and woman separate. I'm talking about sex objects and toys and various virtual reality things. Like they're gonna be rolling out some things this year where you're gonna be like, wow, wow, to the point where they're gonna get it. So if you think it's cold now when man and woman walk down the street and the callousness and the separation, wait till they perfect what they're rolling out. It's all about depopulation. It's all about keeping man and woman separate. It's all about the battle of the sexes. That's going to be like really, really, really big this year, and they're gonna have to make some creations to do it. I'm talking about they're gonna have handheld wombs and all. Some of these things I already know they already got, but they're gonna take it to the next level. They're gonna have a lot of people gonna be in their house on a Saturday night getting real weird by themselves. I'm telling you right now, with these virtual reality sets and all of it, it's gonna get really in depth. But anyway, I'm gonna begin to let people in. All praises to the Most High. I'm gonna let brother Leon in the building. Shalom, Mark.
Shalom, shalom.
How you doing, family?
I'm doing well, and you, man?
Oh man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I can't complain at all. What you got for the people? What's your take on what's going on in the world, and what do you foresee happening in 2022?
Well, before I want to track on some of the things you said and add a few opinions real quick, and then I have a few other things, right? So I want to try to do this orderly, concise, and let everyone get on, right? So one thing you mentioned was the world crying out, and there's a lot of things that we see that's happening in this world that shows that. You talked about Colorado, but I want to bring everyone's attention back to earlier in this year with California, with I think the fire that they had wound up expanding to the second biggest fire that we had recorded or nationally recorded, right? And then we also had one in Canada. They had a massive wildfire. I'm talking about most of the provinces, huge smoke, massive flooding in China, and I also believe some places in England, not entirely for sure. And then we also had massive flooding in the northeastern coast in New Jersey and whatnot a few months back. And then we can't forget about it snowing in Texas. We can't forget about that.
Yes. Right,
Now,
right.
regardless whether that was man-made or the Most High, the weather is not with us in the aspect of going in cohesion with the seasons. The seasons seem a little shifted,
Mm-hmm.
um, especially with all this worshiping of the solar systems and what have you, right? So that's one thing I wanted to elaborate on, just to run it across people's mental. Um, Politically, right? I see a lot of issues dealing with war, right? With Russia, China,
Mm-hmm.
this whole thing. And I feel as though that's where the whole electrical disaster might spring up from, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice little cover story. And this is where you can roll out the 6G.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for anyone who's not aware, 5G was rolled out during COVID. And I
Mm-hmm.
was in the construction industry, and I got to speak to people. They were working overtime on the mainframe and the grid and doing this. And to be honest, from my perspective of being in the field for about a year, I'm no longer in it. But when I was, I've learned that alternative energy sources is not as well or good as we think they may be because
Mm-hmm.
of the factor of how long they actually work and last. I'll
Mm-hmm.
do a video on that, explaining on it later for those who are interested. But that's something to inspire
Right.
thought.
And that's another thing too. Since you got Tesla making the self-made vehicles and the energy sufficient devices that they're trying to come up with, that's another way they're gonna be like, hey, we need more energy. So it's
Yep.
really it's really backfiring
Hmm.
far as all of these advances. And people think it's like you would think going green helps everything. Like, you would think switching from the old cars, once they did cash for clunkers under Barack Obama and started taking all of the cars that just was ran off surely engines and fuel and things of that nature, and not these electrical cars or these cars that got chips that's made out of pretty much polymer.
Hmm.
You would think that would have helped whatever they say, the ozone layer. I don't know the
Yeah.
but I don't believe in the ozone layer personally. But I
I
mean, I just
mean,
don't. I
I know
mean,
I agree with you. If we,
just as I look at who was behind it and who was spearheading the campaign of the whole, anything that they can make money off of that's invisible, they'll make it up and make money off of it. But anyway, as I was saying, from what it looks like is backfiring. This whole energy thing, energy sufficient. This whole thing is really a way to kind of roll out the 6G. And it was interesting you brung up Russia, because I just seen that a lot of world leaders are coming together to address Ukraine, and they're coming together. And I don't know if it's fake. I don't know what's staged at this point, because I mean the Bible tells us there'll be wars and rumors of wars, but I will tell you there's a lot of politics going on between the countries when it comes to like energy sources and things things of that nature. Anytime it's any bickering or any back and forth, it's over some type of it's over something that's a resource. 9 times out of 10 it's over oil, some type of mineral, something. They don't just fight for no reason. But carry on, my brother.
yeah, all right. Indeed. Real quick, just on the whole ozone thing, because it just popped in my head, something I heard. Take a balloon, fill it up with air, put a vacuum right next to that balloon, right? Turn on the vacuum. Now, we are saying that there is no balloon, but that air inside is pressurized. If
Mm-hmm.
it's next to a vacuum, it always goes inside the vacuum. Makes no sense. Now, when you take the firmament, you have a firmament around it, makes a lot more sense. You did a whole video on it. Just wanted
Yep.
to propagate thought for those who are in the chat. I have a very interesting series coming up soon about some of that stuff. But
That's up.
some things I wanted to talk about the woman and man divide, which has actually been on my spirit a lot lately. I've wrote a few poems, and people will be privy to that very soon as well. Um, about that whole situation, and Also, the sex work. I've been noticing in YouTube that there's been paid advertisement for um, things in that category, like for pills and
Mm-hmm.
pranks and stuff of that sort, which is each other is drugging themselves to have a pleasurable experience, and they're promoting it. Even on Instagram and things of that sort, you got the whole rose thing going on and what have
Mm-hmm.
you. So it's definitely being increased, but it's not being increased in a sanctified manner. So it's only going to
Right.
stop more chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the metaverse. Let me speak on this real quick as well. I learned that this metaverse thing has been something they've been pushing out religiously over the transitions of generations. In my particular generation, there was this anime or cartoon that is called Sword Art Online, and essentially people got into these tombs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they would teleport into a digitalized world. What happened was they got locked in there. They was trapped. And if
Mm.
you died in the game, they died in real life. A lot of them was on life support. So
Wow.
they had these people going to hospitals and put them on life support while they were still in the game.
Mm.
Um, I also had a book that I can't think of the name right now. I did it on one of my videos, and it spoke about a similar thing, talking about in this game, these people have these things that go into them, right? And they're in this tomb like thing. And in the game, people are dying, and they're dying in real life.
Mm.
So this, and there's multiple shows that share that same depiction, which I thought was crazy. And then I'm like, well, anyone who's seen these will be like, it's cool and all, but it can go too far, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I thought that that was perplexing, was
Absolutely.
beyond what we think is fathomable. But we're getting to a state in time where separation is going to look like night and day. When it
Mm.
says when we walk in the daytime and we're not at night, and
Mm.
everyone comes out at night where we sleep,
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be a huge divide. This the sheep and the goat are going to have a stunning difference between the two. It's going to be exact. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be
Mm.
crazy.
Absolutely. And you know, for everybody who's watching, just let it be known that we, the chosen, it's gonna come a time where everything that we're seeing is just gonna it's gonna try us like go through the furnace. We are not to grow fearful. We are not to grow callous with the rest of the world. We are not to participate in what they're doing. We are to remain rooted in the word of truth. We will remain rooted in the scriptures. We are to stay on our dean all the way 100%, because although all of these things are happening where they're basically dehumanizing society. I mean, that's the best word I can use to put it. They're putting them in a moral stupor. They're basically putting them in a zombie like state. We got to remain ignited with that light of truth. We got to be able to show the fire in our eyes and continue to grow and carry on, because we're the light of the earth. So, you know, although all of these things are happening, we can't just throw in the towel and think that it's hopeless out here, because the Most High God still put a great responsibility on us to continue to be the light, to continue to grow, to continue to pursue our goals. And that's why it's important to have resolutions. That's why it's important to have certain things that you list that you have that you need to do. That's one thing that I think is positive when people do their New Year's resolution, even though half the time people don't follow through with it. But I think it's a good thing to have some things lined up and look forward to living your best life in the truth, and understanding that, hey, those people who going through what they're going through, they choose to follow the world because they love pleasure and they love the ways of this world more than the truth. So, you know, I know that it can become like kind of hard pressed to see people just like falling for anything the government does or anything. I had to even use that word because that's a certain key word as well when you say the government. But anyway, certain things that the media push out, it's kind of hard to watch sometimes. But you got to remain balanced, keep your head up, and don't allow those things to deter you from truth or just living your life. You know what I mean? But
Can I
no,
leave out with some positive words?
absolutely.
Most definitely. So earlier you mentioned being comfortable, right? And I did a video on this, speaking about the difference between comfortable and complacency. Just not to spread confusion, I'm going to say peace and complacency,
Hmm.
right? The Most High is going to put us in peace. But sometimes that peace is going to be when there's 1,000 arrows going over our head,
Mm,
10,000 to the right of us. You know, we're not meant to be complacent. There's work that has to be done. There's
hmm.
so much in the harvest of the Most High. He's the God of abundance. See,
Hmm.
he's not like people who value scarcity. He values abundance. He blesses in abundance, right? So as we walk forward and we move forward, remember that we serve a God of abundance. So a peace is going to always be with us in these trying and troubling times, right? But they're not going to deteriorate the value that we gain from going through these things and
Hmm.
the amount of people that we can help and impact, right?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. That's a straight up fact. Thank you so much, Leon. It's always an honor to have you on, my brother. I'm going to let
most
a few
definitely.
more people in the queue. Till next time, brother. Peace.
Till next time. Peace.
All right. Y'all go over there and check Leon the Servant out over there on his channel. Go ahead and subscribe. Brother brings a lot of good work in. Peace and blessings. I see a loaded queue here. Let's see who else we can get on in here. Let's see. Let's see. Joshua, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? Long time no see.
No, hey, long term, no see. How you doing, my brother?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Hey, first I want to say thank you, bro, because you've helped me stay on course this whole year.
Hey, all praises to the Most High, man. I'm glad. I'm glad you find value in the content and the work. It's a
Yes,
blessing.
yes, sir.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to extend on what you said about being comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
because I think in this time a lot of people are comfortable, and we do have to become comfortable being uncomfortable, because that's how you grow. And I would say my message that I want to give to whoever's watching would be, don't be afraid to change,
Mm,
because change is so important in this time. Like if we continue to do the same things as people, we'll never break these generational curses or these things that we constantly go through on our
mm,
day-to-day lives and our personal lives too.
absolutely.
Like you could just, and we could use something worldly like your finances. If you don't change a bad spending habit, you'll never reach that next level in your finances. So if you don't change in your personal life, you'll never become a better person. There's so much that goes into this, bro, and there's levels to it too. I
Mm-hmm.
think Meek Mill said it the best. There's levels to this, man, and there's, you know, looking at the way everything went. I think that this next year, bro, is gonna be filled with just just judgment
Mm.
for the wicked, bro. That's what I see.
Yes, indeed. And it's real important even to change some of the relationships that people have. I just want to
Ooh,
point that out. Like, let me tell you something. Being in a place of comfortability with the wrong person, whether it be an intimate relationship or a friendship, associate, whatever, like this is the time where the two-thirds are going to be destroying each other. The Most High God is going to use the wicked to judge the wicked.
yeah,
So if you're around the wicked, then guess what? The wicked is going to have an open opportunity to wreak havoc on your life.
mm-hmm.
So, like, even fellas, you brothers dealing with certain women who don't cooperate, certain women that give you a hard time. Listen, all the so called love in the world, all the lust in the world, all the emotions in the world should not be deterring you from your overall goal and your mission in life, your purpose that the Most High God ordained you to do. Like,
Yes,
you really got to take his work serious. What
mm,
the Most High got for you to do as a man, you better take that serious. Don't allow no woman, and that could go for a female as well. You know when you unequally yoke with somebody,
yep,
and you just there because you're comfortable. That's a bad place to be because soon as you comfortable, listen, the Most High God, and you know that's not right. You tried to make a puzzle fit that don't fit. The Most High God is gonna give you a rude awakening, and
yes,
it's good. He gonna make you very uncomfortable, and it's gonna be a spanking.
mm,
Because if you're around people that won't allow you to elevate to the point that he needs you to do the work, because as Leon was saying, it's a lot of labor in this field,
Yes,
a
sir.
lot of labor, and the workers are few. The labor is plenty and the workers are very few. So the Most High God, if he gave you that seal and he ignited that light in you, you better hit the ground running. Take it serious,
Hmm.
especially in this trying time right now.
And let me
But
tell you, I
mhm,
know that God is in this stream right now, bro. Because as soon as you said intimate relationships, I got convicted automatically. Because I've
mhm,
been dealing with that this year too, and it was kind of a thing where, you know, as chosen people and as people who have power and authority and who have faced our insecurities personally, you know, alone in that place of secrecy,
mhm,
we attract certain people who need that. You know, they might not want it though, but we attract them who need it. So it's kind of like we have to battle with these things that we might not see. And I've dealt with that this year. And then you speaking on the 2/3, you know, that number always stood out to me because I was born on the 23rd of April. And for
mm,
some reason, bro, I always compared it to like Michael Jordan because I'm a Taurus, you know, and I'm a bull. I was born on the 23rd. So I always compare that, but it's kind of
mhm,
idolism. But bro, there's so much that goes into this. It's kind of like the spiritual warfare is being upped a lot. It's being
mhm.
upped a lot. So
No, absolutely. And
it's
when
another
it comes,
I've
let me
dealt
say this as well. Let me just say one thing. When it comes to the 2/3, they're going to implode from the inside out.
with. Mm-hmm.
You know, for those who are not sure what I'm talking about when I talk about 2/3, the Bible prophesied that 2/3 of our people who've been spread abroad will be cut off from the land. They will be destroyed because they don't want to turn from the ways of this world, the ways of the Gentiles, and they're going to be judged before the Gentiles because we were given the laws, statutes, and commandments. So you're looking at a society where um, you have all of these people who should be teaching the word of God. I mean, if you look at some of these platforms, these huge platforms that millions of subscribers and all these views, they could be using it to do good. They could be uplifting our people. If you took a handful of some of these content creators with their huge following, they would just glorify the Most High one time. It
Mm-hmm.
would make a huge impact on many lives, but they won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
They'll lead these people right to hell with them.
Yes,
And
sir.
see, and that's why a lot of them are going to implode. They're going to begin to turn on each other. They're going to begin to destroy each other because they're going to be used as the Most High's battle axe against each other because they have to be cut off. It's
Mm.
prophecy.
They
But
got a
go
short
ahead, brother.
amount of time, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, that dream I had, bro, you know what's crazy is it was about I seen they kicked my door down,
Mm,
and it was like they were in suits. They were in suits, but they weren't like they were in like army suits, like gray suits, and they had a gas mask on, and they had shot me. But in the dream, it didn't come true. What I got from that dream was talking about the pandemic and how they were going to enforce martial law and how this mask that they were wearing the actual gas mask that the fire department wear, not the
mm-hmm.
regular ones that we wear. And
Mm-hmm.
then so my apartment number is 204. So they went in, they kicked my door down, the fire department. They supposedly went in looking for a fire. They found a flood that was coming from apartment 404, two floors above me. And if you
Mm-hmm.
look up the thing, it says Newbury 404.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, ooh, and they went in looking for a fire, but found a flood. And this was the first day I prayed over my door. The first day I prayed over my door, like God, you know, just protect my household, be present in my household, purify my household, you know, make sure that you're present with me, keep everything out of here that's not supposed to be in here. You know, I have authority.
Mm-hmm.
This is my house, this is my domain. So first day I prayed, it was so weird, bro, but it was amazing because I was like, that's crazy. Like
All right. All
you really
praises to the
so
Most High. But you know, it's important to pray over your home and pray over, and anytime you're dealing with any type of demonic imposition, that's how
mm,
you do it, man. You cast them out with boldness and
mm,
fierceness, and you handled it. So that's what's up. All praises to the Most High. We
yes,
do
sir.
got a loaded queue, my brother. So we're gonna try to let a few more people in. It's an honor having you on. Thanks for
Yes,
showing
sir,
up.
man. I'm gonna see you
All right.
later.
See you later. Peace.
Peace.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, we got a lot of good positive feedback tonight. We're gonna allow some more people in. Let's see who else we got here. Let's get my brother Divine Lee in the house. What's going on, bro?
New breed.
Hey, hello, Mark. How you doing,
Man,
brother?
hey, shalom, peace and blessings, my brother. How you
It's good to
been?
have you back on. It's good to have you back on.
Hey
I'm good,
man,
bro.
you know I'm always in tune. I'm always listening, bro. I'm always taking insight. So
That's what's
hey,
up.
when I
Hey,
ain't on, bro, I'm in the spirit with you, fam.
that's what's up. For those who don't know who this young man is, he has his own business. You can find him on Instagram at what's your Instagram, bro?
Divine Lee. That's
Divine
that's
Lee.
Lee with 3 eyes.
Lee with 3 eyes. Listen, y'all, we need to support our interests. The brother got some fly clothing. I know I haven't had time, brother. I'm gonna get back with you. I gotta
Yes,
definitely go
sir.
ahead
Yes,
and
sir.
up my PO box and things like that. I'm supposed to get up with you, but
Hey, in due time.
y'all support this brother, man. Support all quote unquote black businesses. This brother, he got some fly clothing. You know, go over there and follow the brother. He can give you all the information you need to order. Let's make that happen.
Appreciations, man. Hey,
Absolutely.
much blessings, bro.
What you want to add in, brother?
Man, hey, to say that you already been doing the work, I'm just over here trying to give you your roses, brother. And to
Oh
say,
man,
man,
all praise.
and to say I've been building with brother Rilo, you know, man, peace,
Salute
blessings
to brother Rollo, Cool
to brother
Jet,
Rilo too,
Black
man.
Belt TV advice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, salute to all the brothers,
Hey,
man. This gonna be a year where a lot of brothers gonna be coming together. We're gonna doing panels together. We're gonna music video. I mean, all of it's happening this year, man. This is
yes,
the
sir.
time of
Yes, sir.
ascension. This is the time of unity. This is time the brothers start building.
Hey,
Okay,
man.
looks like okay. I got a little message here. Let me see. Someone is trying to enter the studio, but it's full. Okay, so this thing only lets you hold 12 people. So, whoever's in the queue, just try again after brother Divine comes in and see if you can get back in. Because I just got a message. But what's your predictions for 2022, brother? What you see?
Man, to say I ain't got no predictions, I just want to be able to say everybody keep moving in their purpose, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And as far as me serving a great God and knowing what my God is able to and capable of doing, knowing that He creates everything with a purpose. And to say
Mm-hmm.
that this time, this time is indeed for a purpose and it's gonna be for His good. And it's just spreading that insight, spreading that peace, spreading that enlightenment to God's children, saying, hey, if you with God, know that this is His time to show His glory. This is His time to be purposeful in His actions. So no matter what's going on, if you in His will, then you should know what's about to happen. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
so you should be smiling. You should be. Hey, Rilo had a live yesterday where he was like, "Hey man, we got to start moving into the new year, pumping our fists." You know, I hear your
Absolutely.
motivation talking about it's victory. So we moving
Mm-hmm.
into this new year, hey, victorious, walking into our purpose with pride. And I appreciate you. I appreciate all my OGs for laying the foundation. It's a lot of content out there that try to teach young men, and it's like, what are you
Absolutely.
teaching them? What are y'all showing them? But hey,
Mm-hmm.
all I can do is tip my hat off to y'all, man, because hey, it's like you ain't gonna get it nowhere else. And to say I see you working, man, it only inspired me to pick up my shield, pick up my sword, start swinging. And so it's just like when we all moving in our purpose, hey, you can only be great because if you're moving in the purpose of God, He's great. So you
That's
fall
what's up.
underneath that light. So man, I
Man,
appreciate it,
it's
brother.
just a blessing to hear you, brother, and you already doing the work, by the way, because hey, your clothing ministers to people, and it's just a blessing to know that the word is going out, and I appreciate you a lot, man, and you know, just keep on carrying the torch, carry the baton, and just we just keep on going, each one teach one,
You
and
know, you know.
you know the only man that's over any of us, man, is Christ. So you know.
So,
Well, I appreciate it, brother. I got a loaded queue. I'm gonna let a few more brothers in. Y'all make sure y'all support brother Divine Lee. It's always an honor to have you on, brother. Till next time.
always, always. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, peace and blessings.
Peace, peace.
That's what's up, man. We got to support our brothers, support our interests. Yep, shop clothing at Divine Lee. You already know. Let's see. Now we got a loaded chat here. Y'all bear with me. Y'all give me a moment. I'm gonna let Soul Maiden in. Shalom, sister. How you doing?
Shalom, brother. How are you? Peace and
Oh well.
blessings. Peace and blessings.
Could you turn it down in the background? I'm hearing a little bit of a feedback.
Okay, maybe my volume on the phone is too loud. How's that?
That's better. No echo. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Well, my brother, I have to say that it's an honor and a blessing. And the number one thing I have to say that I'm so proud of I'm an elder in this game. I'm a OG. You understand? If we
Yeah.
still alive, it's a reason.
Oh,
And I have
absolutely.
to say how proud I am of you for
Thank you, sister.
putting
I
in
appreciate
that
it.
work. You
Thank you.
understand?
That
For
means a
me
lot to
to
me.
say that he looking to you guys as the OGs, you want to imagine how I feel when I watch your streams, men like you. There is hope. There is hope for our people that's still out there, our young people. There's hope for them, Reed, because of
Absolutely.
you. I don't have to say, as an elder statesman in this game, dang, this going to die with us. It's going to die with the ones right behind me. I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Oh,
You
praise.
understand?
Absolutely.
The pride that I feel for men like you, brother, don't ever stop. And I don't got to say don't stop, because we not stopping.
Oh no, not at all.
We not stopping. So to stay on task and get down to the housekeeping, these people wish they could.
Absolutely. And you know
They
we're gonna
wish that they could breed. Okay.
absolutely. I thank you so much for that, sis. And I want to ask you, because I'm not going. Of course, I'm not going to ask your age. You don't look like no OG.
I'm
Let's just put
49 and feeling fine, King.
that's what's all praises to the Most High. I want to, I typically do this when I see a sister of wisdom come in. What words of advice, motivation? Sorry about that, y'all. They blowing fireworks out there. But what words of motivation or advice would you like to give to the young ladies, especially moving forward with the current climate of how everything is? And I always love to see that. What kind of advice could you give them, as far as how you see things right now?
My favorite piece of advice for women, middle age and younger. The number one thing that I would say, if you are going to be out in the world at a job and having to, as people of color, women of color, we have to excel over and above Black men, and white women. We got to surmount all three, because the Black men earn more than us because they're men sometimes. But we go and get more degrees than a thermometer as the Black women. Okay. And then we start the strutting, because you go to work and you the boss. And when you come home, you still the boss. You're not supposed to be. It don't matter if you with a blue collar brother. The white collar women want that blue collar brother, okay? Because the blue collar brother bring that pressure when you at home. So you want that fine brother with the blue collar that's on the garbage truck, just a glistening. You don't really be wanting the dude at the office like that. The dude at the office be trying to holler all day, but you don't really want that. Or you want the thug.
So what you're saying is, instead of looking for a quote unquote high value man, you should be looking for the working class, hardworking brother
That's
who out
right.
there trying to maintain and do what he got to do. Since it seems like there's no respect for men these days who are hardworking, day to day, going through the hustle and the bustle and the rigmarole that men got to go through on a daily basis. That's some sound advice right there.
But
Because
it's a
that.
step further, if you would allow me. When
Oh,
you come
absolutely.
home,
Mm-hmm.
it don't matter if that brother sweep all day. You are a queen to his kingdom. You take that suit off and you forget about who all you boss around all day in the office. It's a lot of women that cannot make that switch. They come home and they make their man feel like a boy. And
Mm-hmm.
that is the sure road to demise. So that's one
Mm.
of my number one things as far as that's concerned.
Oh, that's some powerful advice. Have that respect, sisters out there, and be that man's rest. Don't be
Yes,
his. Don't make him go home to fight a war. Because if he ain't no good and there's no mental clarity with that man, the whole house is gonna be thrown off. So
that's right.
that's some powerful advice. I'm gonna let a couple more people in the queue. I thank you so much for coming in and coming with us and sharing your wisdom. Appreciate
All
you, sir.
praise.
All right, all
One,
praises.
brother.
All right, peace. And ladies and gentlemen, we have just came into the quote unquote new year. Also, I see some people in the chat who have shared super chats. I thank you so much, Tina Strange. I appreciate you for the $25 contribution. Blessings to you. Um, and yes, we're gonna do a couple more people, and it just feels good to welcome in the so-called new year with people are like mine, people who are striving, and this is a good thing. This is the type of things we got to do. Anytime the world is having these celebrations, as you can see, we did it on Christmas. We'll do it on every holiday. We'll do it on these Saturdays, on Fridays. We'll come together like this. But I'm definitely appreciating all the guests that's coming on today. Let's see if we can get a couple more. Um, let's get it. FIFO, what's going on, bro?
Hey,
How you
hey, what's
doing?
good, New Breed?
Hey, what's going on? Peace to you,
Happy New
bro.
Year, bro.
All right, Happy New Year. What's going on? Yo, you there?
All right. I think they cut me off. I see you. See, I stop playing. All right. Can you hear me?
It seemed like you got a little
Can
lag
you hear
going
me?
on. I can hear you. All right, there you go.
Okay. All right. Peace, bro. Thank you so much for giving me access to this platform that you put blood, sweat, and tears into building. I wanted to say that to you last time I was on here, but I got caught up. I was a bit flustered, But
Oh, it's all good.
yeah, man. Happy New Year. Peace to everybody in the chat. So yeah, thank you so much for allowing me on this platform to speak to the people in the name of the Most High, and thank you for all the work that you put in this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really,
Thank
you
you,
really
bro.
put out a lot of great work. I love that song that you came out. I can't the 007 one.
Okay, yeah, it's called
Yeah,
finesse. Thank you, bro.
yeah, finesse, but there you go, man. I heard that on the live stream, man. I was in the car bumping that. That was crazy, bro.
That's what's up. So,
But
what you got for 2022? What's some of your predictions or some words of encouragement for those who are moving forward?
um,
And I don't mean to rush you like that, but I do want to. I'm kind of coming up on my time restraints, so but I appreciate it, brother, your support. But I'll let you go ahead.
now you good. I'm just a little flustered again. But anyways, now I actually had the same download earlier from the Most High of getting out of your comfort zone, which is tied into the next thing of strength, mental and physical strength, um,
Mm-hmm.
clarity, clarification, like fasting, purification, consecration, detox. This is it's time to get serious.
Mm-hmm.
Playtime is officially over with. Like,
Mm.
it's officially over with. Like, I'm a big procrastinator. I be getting depressed, getting in my head, getting lazy,
Mm.
and I can't allow that anymore. Like, it's not an option anymore. Like, I have to keep it pushing. Like, the Most High is really telling me, like, strength, no more comfort zone, because the comfort zone, it's like dragging me down. Like, I feel it. You know what I'm saying? But
Right. Hey,
when
but
it
I
comes,
like how you worded that. Let's just stop there for a second. Playtime is over. Like I couldn't have worded it no better, brother. But I definitely feel that way. Like it's like in this year we gotta have laser sharp focus. It's like whatever it is that we are born to do, destined to do, any outside interruption, it got to go. It ain't nothing but forward moving from here. Like if it's anything like throwing you off, even on an energy level. like you have got to hone in and focus and stop playing games. It ain't no time for that. Even like if you one that's out all the time and you mixing and mingling, no successful person does that. Let's just make that clear. Like your Kanye Wests and all of them, they sat in the house for 6 summers straight just producing beats. And that's just an example. Like whatever it is you do, you got to get on it. Hold on, brother. Let me acknowledge True Boo, True Beauty. Thank you for the $50 contribution. Says she was on point. I appreciate this channel. You have truly made a positive impact in my life. Thank you so much. Thank you, sister. Thank you for the support. But go ahead, brother. Playtime is over. I like that. I'll let you continue.
Nah, I really like what you just said about not mingling and mixing with just everybody. That's something that I personally struggle with because I'm a very lonely. It's lonely. We all know it's lonely on this journey, and I always want to seek community. Sometimes with people that I shouldn't be seeking communion with. So that's a major thing. That's another thing the Most High actually told me not too long ago, like 30 minutes ago. I swear, like it's time to get centered. And there are certain people that he has brought into my life that I know within my heart and soul that these are people that I'm divinely ordained to be affiliated with. So that's what I'm gonna be focused on. Like keep my circle real small. Like I only got like 2 people. So and I'm good with that. Like that's it. But when it comes to predictions for the new year, I don't want to be on some like doom and gloom fear monger. Like this is not to scare anyone. But I sense evil around the corner like we ain't never seen. I feel like 2022 is going to be something happening this year like we ain't never seen. And it's going to rock this earth. It's going to rock us to our core. That can be a good or a bad thing depending on your perspective. Like it just depends on where you're at, but like it's going to be a very big year of shift and change. And I feel like with all of the the agendas that's going on, I feel like they're going to hit new levels, new heights, and they're going to get real full throttle. Like we going into phase 2 now. So I feel like that's why the Most High is prepping us, his messengers, to focus on strength, focus on health, focus on mental health, physical strength, mental strength, you
Yep.
know. So I sense, I don't know, I can't tell you what it is, I don't know, but I feel like there's going to be some stuff popping off next year, like, or this year now, I guess, because some people's already in the new year, but like we
Right.
ain't never seen.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
So,
add to that because when it comes to physical strength and mental strength and just overall health, man, we really gotta find ourselves. I don't know who this is for, but fasting is so important. Like
yes,
having a fasting regimen, whether it be intermittent fasting or you fast or you fast for days at a time, or you just have a regimen where you fast daily, even if it's 20 hours, 18 hours, 22 hours, like it's important to be able to survive even off one meal a day if you have to. Just prepare yourself, prepare your mind, your body, and your soul, understanding you don't live off bread alone. Understanding that the best way to hear the Most High speak to you is actually emptying your vessel. And when your flesh begins to die, essentially, because if you're not eating, your flesh is dying. You're consecrating yourself. That's when your spirit is ignited. And our spirits got to be ignited all the time now. We got to be able to hear the Most High communicating with us, because when that Holy Spirit get to navigating and telling us what directions to go in society and what type of snares to avoid, we got to be receptive. So it's important to really focus on those things. Be premeditated, even when it comes to meal planning, like clean our diets up, clean our thoughts up. Try to stay away from the filth that we bring into our minds, certain things that we may watch. Find a regimen where you can detox yourself. Detoxing the body is going to be very important because they hitting us with a lot of things. They hitting us with radiation. They hitting us with geoengineering. They hitting us with V2K. It's so much going on in the world to prepare for physically and spiritually and mentally. So focus. We got to focus this year for sure.
most definitely. It's crazy, man, because everything you just said is what the Most High was prepping me to say. Like, about especially the fasting and all that. Like this year I started intermittent fasting a lot, like every day now. Like I usually eat one meal a day. I usually fast like 18 to 20 hours a day, or less than that. Like I said, just one meal a day, so it's like a bigger gap. But
Mm-hmm.
it has transformed me physiologically, and it has
Mm-hmm.
allowed me to elevate and evolve in so many ways on so many levels, and I'm so much more in tune now. Like I feel it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's so important. Like it's very, very real, and just take small steps at a time. Like you don't gotta just starve yourself off the bat. Like just make small
Right.
steps, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
I like what you said about like all these weapons, like GMO food. Like I'm trying to cut out all GMO. Like I want to really, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I'm already like 80% there. Like I try to keep it like really
Yeah.
like to a minimum, but that stuff will throw you off. It will change, you know, it will change your body, and it will change your ability to connect spiritually. So yes, I'm glad you mentioned that as well. Like that's all that stuff that you just said was what the Most High wanted me to say to the people. So thank you. It's like the greater mind is really thinking through us, bro. And
Absolutely. All praises to the Most High, man. Iron sharpens iron. Thank you for coming on, brother. FIFO, right? I said that
FIFO,
right?
yeah, it's FIFO,
FIFO.
yeah.
All right. Thank you, FIFO. Come on anytime, man. It's been an honor to have you on. I'm going to let somebody else in. But thank you, brother. Till next time.
Yes, but you might know me as Connor Bissell. Like I'm that,
Oh,
yeah.
Connor, okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Thank you, brother, for shedding your light for the day.
Most
Appreciate you.
definitely. Thank you for having me on the platform in the name of the Most High, bro. And I pray for a prosperous new year for you and for everyone that's watching. So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Peace, brother. Peace.
Peace.
That's what's up. Brother brought a lot of insight, man. And that's what it's all about. You know, each one teach one, encouraging each other. That's what it's all about. I'm gonna let one more guest on. Um, I'm trying to see who been waiting in the chat the longest. It's hard for me to tell because of the way this thing is set up. But let's see. I'm gonna go with brother. Hold on. Keith Hughes, thank you for the $90 contribution. Highly appreciate it, man. Thank y'all so much for the support y'all been showing. Says support the work. Thank you, New Breed, for all you've done through the Most High. You've helped shape my perspective and get closer to Him. All praises. All praises to the Most High. Thank you for the support, Keith. It's highly appreciated. I'm gonna let D Prather in, brother D Prather. What's going on with your family?
Hey, what's up, New Breed?
Hey, I'm doing well. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm blessed, man.
All praises, all praises.
I wanted
So
to go,
good,
yeah, I
you got
wanted to go over real quick again the blue beam stuff, man, because I always kept seeing all of this zombie stuff. I'm like, come on, man, really zombies? Like, really? I'll try to make this quick as possible. I came across the teaching of a pastor who connected zombies, and basically that book that you mentioned, the blue beam is going to impersonate the Antichrist. He
yeah.
literally had a whole Bible teaching on them, and it was a Bible verse that talked about chariots, whirlwinds, and the deep. He connected the chariots to fallen angels. The whirlwind with impersonating, it's going to be like the Antichrist. The Antichrist is going to be ran basically by Satan. And he connected the deep with the dead rising. And basically, that's how they're going to get the one world popping. Like you were saying, everybody kind of know this a little bit. But this is how they're going to get the world popping. And after they do all of the false miracles, this is how they're going to usher in the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? Because for atheists to believe, they got to see, right? So that makes sense that they're going to use a higher realm or very high technology to say that, no, this is the Christ, but it's really the Antichrist, this entity that's ran by Lucifer, basically. And this is going to make the atheists believe. This is going to make that's why they're getting all these theologians together. I believe they're like, yo, this is the game plan. I know you got your Buddhist beliefs, but look, this is the game plan. This is how we got to get it going. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna be like, this is the Christ here. And I was thinking like, yeah, that makes sense, because remember in the Bible, they start talking about they're going to start killing God's true remnant and thinking they're doing good. So there could literally be Christians killing true believers because they're like, yo, we just seen this entity. He's doing miracles. He's raising people from the dead. So if you don't take the mark of the beast, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to take you out of here, because we just seen this false Christ come and you still talking about this is the Antichrist when we clearly seen it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you saying, let me just, oh man, like, we got to build on this for a second. Because for those who don't know, we did a stream earlier about Project Bluebeam. Actually, it was in regards to NASA just hired 24 theologians, and they hired them to basically, I guess, prepare people to reach an alien contact this year. And so the brother, he came in and he kind of like went in on the one world government, which the book I actually recommended talks about that. And that's interesting, but that shows a few things, brother. There's layers to that. Number one, it's this big push for unity. And we as people always believe that unity equals something righteous.
Right.
Like, when unity is not always good. Remember, Christ said, I come to bring separation, division. I come to bring a sword. So Christ come to separate. But imagine if they can set up something even for the atheists to believe, because they see it. They all based on facts, what they deem as facts. They all logic based, quote unquote, whatever they see. Imagine this Project Bluebeam being rolled out, which specializes in holograms. And they're staging an event where even atheists are going to stand behind this new world, one world.
Yeah, they have to be. In order to get the mark of the beast out, everybody has to be on one accord. So it has to be such a great thing that everybody is in sync with the market, with the, is in sync with the New World Order. Buddhist is not going to be like, let me just all of a sudden go follow the Most High Yeshua. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to do that unless something major happens. That's the big key to understand. Like something major. That's why I'm like, we have to make sure we focusing on this blue beam stuff, because this could actually really happen. You know what I'm saying?
When I read that book about Project Bluebeam and the ushering of the New World Order, one thing I noticed is they said they were going to use 2 images, and I thought initially about the 2 biggest religions, and between the Western and the Eastern Hemisphere, maybe they'll hologram something where Islam will believe it's Muhammad and Christians will believe it's Christ. Start off with the 2 biggest religions, or they may even be able to hologram this thing where each belief system is seeing a hologram worldwide of what they personally believe.
Yeah,
and they can make it seem like, well, this thing can change. It's because what has the church been teaching us? Christ is whatever color, Christ is whoever, everybody. The image of Christ is whoever people want him to be, and we know the true image, but. The way they're going to do this thing, it's going to be interesting. I do believe that Project Bluebeam has been doing a lot of planning for a lot of years. And, that's an interesting point that you brought out. I could definitely foresee them chipping away. I don't know if they're going to be able to do this in the next year or two, but we should definitely. Hey, listen, let me say one more thing. We can't say what people won't believe nowadays. People believe anything. Think about it. Like, people believe that a medical mask can stop a pandemic. So if people believe that, if they show us something in the sky, most people will believe it. They ain't gonna second guess it.
Real talk. And just a couple more things real quick. I don't want to be too long. Like you were just kind of saying, showing from like different cultures and different, like say in the Middle East. I believe the reason why the true believers, I think because I don't think they can make it to where the whole world can see. You know what I'm saying? The Bible says when the second coming really comes, all eyes are going to see him. So I don't think they can make it to where all eyes, you know what I'm saying? They're going to like do it in different countries and try to put their own spin on it. Like, yeah, you see what happened over there, but all eyes is not going to see.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. But, they probably going to have multiple setups. But, at the same time, like, it ain't going to be nothing with the scriptures. What the scriptures prophesied. Nah, the scriptures prophesy every tongue confess. Everybody who got breath in their lungs going to tremble. And it's going to be a lot going on. So those in the truth, we going to know it's fake, whatever they come up with. But that's real talk. That's
and this my my last thing I want to say is my predictions and then a little encouragement. Not to be a downy beater, but as far as the CDC is showing, they showing us some type of cyber attack could be on the rise. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what a cyber attack is, but we got to just make sure our people is awake as far as what they might got coming next. They plan the whole pandemic, whatever they plan that, and they talking about cyber attacks. So, I don't know what's going on with that. But my encouragement words is, man, God's true people, we shouldn't be worried and stressed out. All these people rolling out all this crazy stuff. We should have peace, knowing that all of the crazy stuff is going on. God's true people should be at peace. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be stressed out, worried. If you know that you completing your mission here, don't stress about all of this stuff, man. You to save, you the remnant, and you're gonna make it in the end if you just hold strong. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And keep your missionary going. Everybody probably on here watches New Breed, and we love New Breed. It's a great channel. But God is probably sitting there looking like, okay, what you doing? Or what's your mission? You know what I'm saying? You just can't sit back and watch people on YouTube. He's looking at you like, okay, what are you doing now? What's your missionary? So, you know what I'm saying? That's all, man. Make sure we all just getting our missionaries together, warn your people, warn your families, and be at peace knowing that we in the truth, man. That's it.
Hey, that's real talk. Thank you for that, brother. I appreciate you coming on, and hey, you're welcome anytime, brother. Till next time. Peace. Absolutely. And the brother's right, man. Like, listen, brothers, y'all the priests and the bishops of the Most High. That's why I make it my point when brothers, and I appreciate brothers bigging me up on the channel and saying, brother, you doing your thing. Hey, listen, I mean, I love that. That's all praises to the Most High. I'm glad that I'm helped planting certain seeds. But listen, the only man over me is Christ. The only man over you is Christ. Like, we the ones. We the voice of reason. So it's like, I would love to see the day where all of these people who come in these chats, and when there's a loaded queue, I would love to see the day where all these people are teaching. All these people got channels, because the labor is a lot. It's a lot of work that comes with this work. I'm telling you, it doesn't end when the camera is cut. When the camera's cut off, the work doesn't end. I'm telling y'all that right now. It's just a constant thing. So it's so much to do. We just need everybody. The priest and bishop the Most High chose. The Judites, the Levitican priesthood. We need our Benjamites, our Jamaican brothers, everybody. Preach this word. Share this word. These positive, motivating talks that changed you from the inside out, make sure you're sharing this content. Do your part. Everybody should be doing their part, whether it be thumbing the videos up, sharing the videos, even if you don't have the time. The fact that you are supporting your interests. The fact that you're teaching those around you in your circle. The fact that you planting the seeds in your sons and in your daughters. That's doing the work. So it's like, don't just be entertained. Don't just watch, be entertained. Let it help change and mold your life, and be selfish about it. It's time that we be the priest that the Most High chose us to be. We are the remnant. We the last of a dying breed. It's time for kingdom building. It's all on us. Nobody else is going to do it. Nobody else is going to preach the truth. This year is a year of initiative. A year to bring forth works and fruits. A year to make a choice to labor for the Most High. We didn't already put our trust in these jobs. We didn't put our trust in these quote unquote bosses being subservient to other nations. What about all of the gifts and talents that we have? What about all the abilities that we have? When are we going to start investing in ourselves, in our own interests? When are we going to start operating in faith? It's time that we start really mobilizing this year. And it's time that we get focused, laser sharp focus. Daryl Scott, thank you, brother. Says the Ruach is speaking through you. Thank you for the support. The Ruach is speaking through you. All praises. And the Ruach is in the chat. Yeah, absolutely. The Holy Spirit is moving through these brothers. When we have these conversations and we building, the Holy Spirit is in. So it's just a blessing, and it's an honor to be among y'all. I thank everybody who joined tonight everybody who support this work and made this platform the platform it is. This year is going to be a lot bigger. We got a lot more things in the works. You're going to be getting more content. We're going to break the mold this year. We're going to break the mold this year. We're going to do great things. We're going to excel. We're going to show unity. A lot of y'all, what to expect from me, and because I told y'all I will give y'all some of my resolutions. What you can expect from me is I'm going to give y'all a little bit more into my personal life. I'm going to break some things down. I'm going to show you a little bit more of my personal life. I have certain goals that I want to reach, and I want to lead by example in reaching those goals. And I want to show you people. I want to allow you to have interest in my life. Being a representative of the Most High, and when I come across knowledge, I want to be able to share it with y'all daily. So I want to give y'all more content this year than you got last year. I vowed to do that. I vowed to help other brothers continue to build their platforms and do their thing. And I definitely this year, I really want to be that brother that you up and coming content creators, people who are new to the truth can come to, and I can build with them and I can help. I want to be more available for you, the people, this year. And you know, a lot of my time is divested in other areas, but I'm gonna make more time for y'all, even when it's just getting into my inbox on Patreon or Instagram, and trying my best to be able to just answer more questions. Trying my best to just do more when it comes to one-on-one building and helping brothers and sisters. Agimo, thank you for the $10 contribution. Says, hit the nail on the head, Breed. You gave me the joke I needed to be motivated to help again. Your old video against witchcraft and idolatry renewed my spirit. All praises to the Most High. Thanks, bro. Thank you, family. I appreciate it. Ella H, thank you for the $10 contribution. Says, thank you for sacrificing your time to give us the word and share your knowledge. Thank you so much. But I love each and every one of y'all. It's going to be a fantastic year. It's going to be blessed. We're going to continue to grow. It's been an honor bringing in this year with y'all. And with everything that was said, be fearless, get out your comfort zone, be laser sharp focused, and understand playtime is over. Y'all have a blessed evening. With that being said, shalom and peace.